Hello, Baron Dibitus here with another video for the board game shelf. You may have heard of Wingspan, which is a game about, uh, taking care of birds and, scoring points by, collecting, birds or bird habitats or things like that. Well, my wife and I have been curious about it, and we had heard that there was a dragon version called Wyrmspan, Wyrm, Wyrmspan. And we were perusing a local game store once again, and again, like we do. And we were looking at this, and my wife really wanted to get this. She loved the idea of, dragons, and also she loves There's kind of this lovely pastel, kind of like art and color scheme going on. But yeah, so this is there's a lot. There's generally a lot going on with this game. I'll try to sort of like just give the basics. Essentially what you're doing is you are trying to create ideal habitats for dragons. Let me try to pull up one of the player. So the player boards all look like this. And by the way, the artwork on these, I mean, it is very reminiscent of, like, it reminds me of like Japanese like scroll watercolor ink or whatever kinds of things. Very, very pretty, lovely. So yeah, so these are three different areas, and you're trying to basically, sort of excavate through these caves or like build habitats in here. This is kind of a worker placement game, although, well, I guess not entirely. You really only have like one worker. The nice thing is that even though there's, during a normal game, if you were to look on YouTube and watch some people play Wyrmspan, there's cards all over the place. There's different kinds of cards. There's like these cave cards that you kind of like put into these slots. There's all these dragon cards. There's like 180 different dragons. It's kind of crazy. But essentially, each turn you really only have three main options. Excavate, entice, or explore. If you excavate, you're essentially You're essentially putting a cave card on one of these spaces, so that you can have more spaces for dragons to live in. If you entice, that is enticing a dragon to live in one of these spaces, and then explore means that you're going to be exploring your caves, and as long as you have like cave spaces and dragon cards, you are going to get more benefits essentially. Um, there's a couple of different kinds of currency here. The main one are these silver dragon coins, and these are essentially your action points, because pretty much everything you do costs at least one uh, dragon coin. It costs at least one dragon coin to excavate, at least one to entice a dragon, and this is the cost for exploring. The first time you explore the Crimson Cavern, it costs just one coin. The second time, it costs a coin and a dragon egg, and so on and so forth. And yeah, the dragon eggs are the other main type of currency. They're also like stuffed in here in this plastic container that came with the game, which is awesome. These are basically pieces of wood. I know they look like, to me they look like candy eggs or like jelly bean eggs or something like that. But yeah, they're pieces of wood. But yeah, dragon eggs are another kind of currency, and then there are different kinds of resources. You'll see there's crystals, there's meat, there's gold, and there's milk. So you need those resources to entice dragons, right? There's like multipliers. There's various markers to keep track of things, and so forth. Those are the main mechanics of the game. There's a few other things going on. For example, there's a guild mechanic where if you go around a guild board, which is in here. Actually, let me try to actually find it. Oh gosh, not quite. Here we go. Guild, yeah. So the Dragon Guild. You're going to choose one of these types of guilds randomly. And anytime you see this dragon shield symbol, you're going to move your marker around this circle in a clockwise direction, getting rewards as you go along. And anytime you reach this spot or this spot, you get to place a marker on this board here, which gives you even more pretty good perks. So that's the Dragon Guild. And then The game is played over 4 rounds. After round 4, the game is over. And so you're going to have a marker that kind of indicates which round you're on. And for each round, there's going to be an objective that gets you points. So, for example, small dragons in your player mat, or like, you know, dragons with a certain mood or things like that. Whoever has the most of that particular thing, they score the most points here. So first place, second place, third place, and everybody else. So if you don't get third place, you just get nothing no matter what. And you'll see that the point values get higher as the game goes on. And after a round is over, then you do things like refresh cards and everyone gains resources and so forth, right? This is essentially how the game is played. Go through round 1. At the end of round 1, you count the objective for everybody on their board, and then people get points. Refresh things, round 2, and you repeat until after round 4, the game is over, right? And it also says activate things that happen every round. So yeah, a lot of things happen. A lot of the things that are happening are going to be coming from the dragon cards themselves, which I will show in just a moment. I want to try to keep all this stuff organized here. Oh. My wife has told me multiple times that she's kind of obsessed with this game. We played it at least 2 or 3 times in pretty quick succession after getting this, and we are like, yeah, we have no regrets whatsoever. It is awesome. We love it. Okay, so these are like I said, these are the dragon cards. I'm just going to pull out a few here to kind of show you what different kinds of dragons there are. The artwork, once again, is absolutely wonderful and delightful. Oh, there's the one from the box. There we go. Roll credits. But yeah, different kinds of dragons. And there's even a booklet in here. Let me try to find it, actually. There's a booklet in here that actually kind of tells you about, so there's the rules. If you want to play like solo or cooperative mode, there's like a board game AI. Here we go. It gives you like lore and like lore for all the dragons, as well as like their card stats and everything for the 180 plus dragon types that there are. It's kind of insane. But yeah, so here's how the cards work. So here's how the cards work. In order to entice a dragon, you need to pay this cost up here. In this case, you need to pay, like, as always, a dragon coin, but also a gold bar and a crystal to entice this dragon to go to one of the 3 habitats. But the dragons are a little picky about which habitat they want as well. You can see that only the middle and the bottom one is colored. The top one does not have the red color. All right. Over here, this tells you which habitats the dragon you can place the dragon on, right? So the cost of enticing the dragon, where the dragon can actually be placed. It shows you like there's hatchling, small, medium, and large dragons. This like a number with this like symbol around it, that's victory points. So if you have this dragon on your board at the end of the game, you score this many victory points. This shows you how many dragon eggs this dragon can hold. You normally can hold 2 dragon eggs just by default, but this allows you to hold more, so you can use dragon eggs for more things. And then there's a dragon ability. So in this case, at the end of every round, tuck a dragon card from the deck under any dragon. You get points for that. All right. Here, this says like when you explore and as you explore, and when you land on this, you gain a dragon card. Let's see. Some of these are just adorable. I'm trying to find. Okay. Oh, large. Yeah. So, let's see. I'm trying to find a hatchling because hatchlings are a little bit different. Oh dear. All the hatchlings like in one place or something. Oh, okay. Here we go. And also, each dragon has a mood. There's like aggressive. There's playful. Helpful, and I believe shy is the last one. Yeah, it's like blue. Yeah, shy. Moods don't usually play a part unless, just like a lot of other things, unless a card cares about it. Like there's some like round objectives that care about the mood of a dragon or things like that. So a hatchling pretty much works like this, where you basically have to pay like a dragon egg and a certain amount of milk to entice a hatchling, and the way that a hatchling works is they have a three-part ability. You can cache something, like a resource from your supply, onto the dragon. Caching means you just place the token on top of the card, and it's there. And then anytime you cache this type of resource, you gain another type of resource. And then when the third of this resource is cached, you also gain a benefit. So hatchlings allow you to cache, like hatchlings give you benefits for caching resources onto them, and also any cached resource on dragons also earns you points as well. So anyway, the bottom line is you are trying to, again, it goes down to those three basic actions. You are excavating caves and habitats to provide spaces for dragons. You are enticing dragons to live in those habitats, and you are exploring those habitats to sort of like take care of the dragons to gain benefits. I'll briefly explain what explore means. So essentially, this symbol here means you're going to go, you're going to get whatever benefit is here when you place your guy here. So here, you can actually see this better. So again, if there is a dragon here, then you can, after you get this, you can keep going and get a benefit from whatever benefit from that dragon card. You keep going until you reach a stop symbol, essentially. So if you excavate, you're going to put a small square card here, which does give you benefits when you excavate, but if you're exploring, you have to stop there because the symbol is still there. But if you place a dragon card, which is longer, it's going to cover this whole area and cover that space, so you can keep going. So placing dragons in the space allows you to get more benefits as you explore, and then you also get a benefit at the end if you fill that whole space, that whole habitat up. So that is exploring. That's basically it. It's a bit of a lot. I know, and at least to me, it definitely made a lot more sense once I started playing the game, and finally sort of like getting, okay, so this is so you need to do this in order to do that, and blah blah blah. It's I think the term, in board game terms, I think engine building is kind of like what this is called, where you're trying to kind of like build up a system to get as many points as possible. It's a bit of that, and yeah, it's cool. It's a lot of fun. It's very pretty. It's a lot of fun. My wife and I love it, and we're glad to have it. So that's Wyrmspan. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, all the best.